Okay, this is interesting. For the heck of it, I did a reading on the 69th year coming up, this birthday. What is my 69th year looking like? Well, I'm just going to read this directly out of the book. I'm using again the Tabula Mundi Tarot and the Apocalypsis. Is it Apocalypsis. So the card in the middle was the Princess of Cups, or Earth of Water. That grounded, earth of water, a grounded centeredness that is the longing for divine union, or with her power to dare, love is given form. So that giving of love as form, being that, okay. Coming into it, we have the Ace of Swords, root of the powers of air. Okay, root of the powers of air. So we're going to look that up. Ace of Swords. The seed grows from the root of the element of air, invoking the powers of reason. This is intellect as a tool of justice. The goal is the power to know. Okay, so it's about to know. Ace of Wands is below it. Foundation, Ace of Wands. Root of the powers of fire. Okay, Kundalini is the fire. Being a Kundalini guru, of course, that is the foundation. Okay, that is the foundation. So let's see what it says here under the root of the powers of fire. The seed grows the root of the element of fire. This is the initial spark of divine will, which becomes things of force, creativity, energy, potency, passion. Okay, the goal is a power to will, or in this case, this would be basically that Kundalini energy that takes one across the journey that one has done. The opening could be the opening of that Kundalini and that Kundalini energy. So that's it, the foundation of my thing. Above it, we have the zero, the Fool card, the beginning, the end. The Fool has traversed the wormhole. Okay, come out the other side. So we're going to read that exactly as it is in here. I thought this was that this reading was really right on what the journey is and what remains after the journey is completed. So it was really interesting to see this come out. Okay, I'm going to get my glasses on so I can read this a little better. Okay, element trump of air, the Hebrew letter Aleph. 0 equals 1 minus 1. Okay. Well, that's it. It's the big 0. 1 minus 1. It's that loss of that ego identification. I am the Lord of the double wand of power, the wand of the force of Kaphnia, but my left hand is empty, for I have crushed a universe and nothing remains. And that's what remains. When the ego has dismantled, you don't become 1, you become the 0. Okay? It is neither day nor night, but some point in between, a moment pregnant with possibility. And this is what I always say, the 0 is that all possibility. All possibility. It's before that which has been manifested, but it carries the seed for all of creation within it. It is that seed state. This is the beginning or the re-beginning. This is the nascent state of pre-existence. The 3 Ouroboros rings the Fool crosses on his path represent Ein, Ein Sof, and Ein Sof Hour. Okay. So basically it's the Aum, Om. Okay. This is what is crossed in the transition. One makes that journey, one starts at the 1 and ends with the 0 in the end. Okay, one has traversed, and I like this one where everything is flooding into the wormhole of existence and you come out the other side. So what remains when one comes out the other side? Now, I thought this was really interesting. What we have going into it is the 9 of Swords, cruelty. Now, I'm going to read this because this has to do with that mind spin that people are in that create and sustain ego, that create and sustain their suffering. Okay. Let's see what they have to say. Lord of cruelty. This is the anguish of the mind, cruel and despairing, that must be overcome through mental discipline. You walk the path. You walk the path. And this is what is challenged. This is why I say you have to be in that stillness, and you have to challenge the mind as it rises and see beyond it to the illusion that it is, that it holds the illusion in place. Now I drew another card as the complement to this from the other deck. And what I got was, which is really interesting, the world. The world. The world is crossing that 9 of Swords, cruelty. So we'll go here to the other book, Tarot Apocalypsis, and we're going to read what it says about the world. Sophia, the philosophy, the point of arrival and conclusion, intended as the synthesis of the journey traveled. Okay, so it's having overcome the mind, having overcome the mind, having overcome that which brings that which brings one's bondage, baggage, overcoming that. And so then again we come back up to where we are here, the 0. The 0 blows all of that out. And what remains is that stillness, that 0 point balance. The mind does not arise again when one has overcome it. Okay. Now, if you had had this card and what had come up here instead of the world had been one of the other ones, that means you are still wrapped up in that ego identification, you would be in a world of hurt. Maybe you had traveled most of this, but then you had again caught within this. Okay, so one has to overcome the mind spin, be liberated, freed from it, and then one becomes a liberated being, no longer confused by that mental spin that has ended. It has, it doesn't even exist anymore. It is totally gone, totally gone. So I thought that this was just really interesting the way that it came out, and it really is a description of the path that one takes. One has to go into it first wanting that divine union, wanting to know what is God, what is that, and wanting to be able to express that to humanity. And you make that pact that whatever I get, I will give back to humanity. Okay, that's your starting point. I want to know truth. I want to know God. I want to know it beyond all things. Okay? So, one is looking for truth. I'm looking to cut through the illusion. I want to cut through the illusion. I want to get to truth. I want to know what it is. And through that desire to have that union and that truth, what happens is the Kundalini awakens. That most powerful of energies. And it takes one through the journey, through the wormhole of existence and out the other side. Spits one out the other side. And through that comes the end of the mental fabrications, the illusion, the bondage to overcoming the world in realization. So this really is an explanation of the path, how it works, what one traverses, what sets it up, what puts it in motion. So I just wanted to share that. I thought that was really, really interesting that it so aptly describes the journey to liberation. What's the foundation? Where is the start? How does this awaken? Where does one go? What remains? Okay, so I just wanted to share that. That was the reading of my 69th year on planet Earth. What remains? What's going to be there going forward? Okay, you've done the path. Basically, what remains is the play of God, just to continue to play it out, your Prarabdha karma. You continue to play out the Prarabdha karma. Okay, yeah, the universe. The universe is yours at that point. Okay, you are part and parcel of the universe. Okay, that's all. That's what remains. The play of God, you just play it out. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. I wanted to share that with you. I just thought it was interesting the way that comes up, and really does say what the path is all about and where one finally ends when it's completed. Okay, thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone's having a wonderful March 14th. Have a good day.